like to know the way out of the corn maze. Please tell me and my friends, 'cause we're all ears. We paid her $7, but we're feeling pretty shocked, and we might not leave here for a year. I did not leave here for a year.
You dance?
Shake it one time. Give him a wiggle.
Like right here.
And
Expert.
It's a good thing he got that on camera.
okay.
You got a fry,
Mommy
you
plate.
got a cupcake, and you got a pepper.
But only
Oh yeah, I was in Stranger Things as well, season 1 and 2. Yeah. Radical.
How many days did you study for your test?
2.
2 days. Did you know any of the information before taking your test? Why?
In school.
Because you haven't been at school. And what did you get on your test?
80.
An 80.
So we're headed to go see Dorsey. I thought it was appropriate before Jody died, and we were just talking about her things. She asked me what would I do with her horse, and I told her I would keep her horse. Her temperament is pretty much similar to Jody's. She, sometimes she's nice, sometimes she's not. Hey. Go back, babe.
This is our historic district of Columbus. It's our village. It's where we live, we work, we play, dine. But this is 1234 Broadway. Like I told you, it's very different from the other buildings. It's very bright and happy, and because we're very happy, cheery people. So.
Oh. I think this film should be about support, uplifting each other who's going through, different obstacles in life.
It's important for storytelling because if they get to know my story, all of the other kids' stories, and they get to experience it firsthand from the people who have experienced this.
I think in general, as humans, we just want to connect. No one's going to take away my pain. No one can make it better. No one can tell me anything that's going to make this easier for me, but to recognize that it's just hard and that unimaginable pain of watching your child suffer, no one can take that away.
I think first and foremost, it's showing that children who are going through cancer treatments are still just kids. They just want to play, they just want to have fun, and they're not defined by their illness. It's showing just that one smile, that brief moment, and showing how each and every one of us can do something to give children that moment.
So Briley, what emoji does it feel like to go to the hospital? Okay. How does it feel to see Miss Jessica? Miss Jessica works with child life. We're headed to Eggleston Hospital, Children's Hospital, for Briley's chemo appointment. Briley will be sedated and put under anesthesia to get chemo in her spine, and they'll take out a sample
to make sure that no leukemia has gotten into her central nervous system. I always say clinic days are all days. You know, I can be there until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I could be in there, we've been there sometimes till 8 o'clock in the evening. You know, it's just a very kind of go with the flow day because you never really know how it's going to end up.
Yeah. Ailey turned 4 in September of 2017.
You mean September 25th?
September 25th. And we went to her 4-year-old well child checkup a couple weeks later, and the doctor said she is super duper healthy. And then he took a little blood test and realized that something was wrong. So she had no outward signs of leukemia, but a few days later she was diagnosed with ALL.
I was diagnosed with B-cell lymphoblastic lymphoma. The treatment was really, really tough at first. Yeah, it's hard to be a kid because you feel sick all the time and you just don't have the energy.
Ethan was completely healthy. He started with a lump on the top of his head, and that lump grew from just a sore knot to something the size of a golf ball within a few days, and I knew something was wrong. Immediately, life stopped. It's like the world stopped turning. Everything was still. And I turned around and I looked through the French doors and I saw him sitting at the table and I saw him laughing with his friends that were there with him. And I knew that I was going to have to be the one to tell him that his life was going to forever change.
Everything about our life stopped the day she got diagnosed. Sadly, she also got diagnosed on our son's birthday, so his birthday also stopped that day. He ended up at the hospital for his birthday. You know, those things are the things that are hard. We can get through treatment, we can get through medicine. Those things have to be done because we know that will save her life. But it's the looking at your son and saying, I'm sorry you can't have a birthday party.
Your child has cancer are words that a parent never expects. I would say if there was one word, I would describe it as heart-stopping.
From one day to the next, you really don't know what you're going to face with it. You know, this morning she woke up pretty happy. It was, her legs hurt worse than she was nauseated, so she ate well. Yesterday morning, she was more sick at her stomach than, she was in pain. Yesterday afternoon, she was so mad I couldn't do anything with her. She didn't even want me here with her, which is, not the norm for her. How long have you been here? I think today's day 36. So this is her 36th day.
Have y'all been here every day?
Yeah. We sure have.
It's been hard.
She just be ready to get those appointments out of the way.
Right.
I don't be thinking about anything, just ready to hurry up.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of not have to eat in the morning time and get a back stick because they know I be hungry.
You okay?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, you're gonna make me cry. The hardest thing that you would want to hear your child say is, "Mommy, why did I have to, get cancer? Why did it have to be me? I didn't do anything." That's pretty much the hard part. That's the really hard part about it. Seeing your child going through and asking those questions and you don't have the answer for them. You don't. There's no answer that I can give her. The only thing I can say to my baby is, I don't know, and don't worry about it, and we're gonna get through this.
I was 12 years old. I was diagnosed with ganglion neuroblastoma. I remember laying in the bed and my dad just sobbing over me because he was praying he could take the cancer away. That was hard for me because I wanted to take the pain away from my dad for him being the caregiver.
You never forget that day. It was April 27th, and it was sunny outside, and it was a beautiful day, and you were given the worst news of your life. Everything's changing. It was a Friday afternoon, And our oncologist said, go home for the weekend and we'll see you back here bright and early Monday, and that's when the battle begins.
Starting to see it calls me. No one knows. He goes.
Yay! You did a great job.
You want to sing the other one?
Yeah.
Okay. Letting them be a kid's everything. You can't. That's your main goal, is to make them feel normal. You know, we do things as parents to try to make this as much as home as we can. You know, anything that will bring some sort of normal back into our life.
Whoa! Did you see that?
And let's just paint a picture of what it's like to go through chemotherapy. The average length of treatment is 1,000 days, 3 years. And the statistic for me that really stuck is that on your day of diagnosis, you see 80 different medical professionals, 80. So when you're a child and you're 3 or 4 years old and you go through this on a regular basis, those moments of joy can be so deeply powerful.
All righty, let's go to room number 35.
How are you? You doing okay? You doing okay?
Yeah.
How's your grandson? You can't say that cancer is good because it's not. You can't say cancer treatment is good because it is not. But our journey has been good because of the people that have surrounded us, if that makes sense. You know, you can't, there is nothing about this journey that is good except the people that you meet.
Hey, girl. You remember me from the last time? You're just as cute as ever.
Would you like it?
You like that one? Mr. Mike always gives the best blankets because your favorites.
You doing okay? All right, let me look into yours.
Anything else you need to tell me? Questions, comments, concerns? No? All right. Well, we'll try to get you, what we'll do is, I don't know what time you're scheduled for downstairs, but we'll, like, if we send you down early, they might be able to get you out earlier. And then you can eat.
Yeah, right.
Do my best. Do my best.
Yeah.
Hi. I'm Dr. Mimi.
And I'm not Dr. Mimi.
Came here. We're the clowns,
Yeah.
in case that wasn't clear.
And I came here to show you my very best trick. Are you ready? You ready? Still ready? She's still ready.
Bye. I think everyone really cares about getting these kids healthy, but in the process of getting healthy, the goal is to keep them happy. How does she feel about getting access? She doesn't like it. But how does she feel about coming to the hospital? She loves it. Because they're our family.
Okay, get to work. Some help stirring. I think one of the things that I've noticed after working here for 23 years is that kids, unlike adults, have an amazing ability to remember mostly the good things about their hospital visit. We are able to provide a lot of good things, a lot of good memories for those kids, and I think that is vital.
It's a joy to take care of children. Even when they're sick, they just want to feel better so they can go to the playroom. They just want to feel better so they can go to school or hang out with their friends.
Well, even if there were cures found, you still have to have treatment. Things that have helped us along the journey have been things like art therapy and music therapy, and partially because they normalize.
It's all in how you see it. If you see it as a horrible curse that you've been given, then that's how you're going to react to it, and that's how you're going to treat everything. But if you see it as something that you can use in your life to make a difference and to be a change for somebody else, then it takes on a whole different meaning.
Your body is healing and fighting, and so of course it's scary. That positive energy of when the next arts and craft afternoon is, or when the next child life specialist walks in with a My Special Aflac duck, those moments, that's what's really special, because it's a distractor and it provides normalcy.
What's your duck's name?
Mr. Quack Quack.
Mr. Quack Quack.
We go.
Quack quack.
Here we go.
Say, hey, Mr. Quack Quack.
Hey, Mr. Quack. Where's the sad one?
The sad one?
Where is that?
Aww, why do you feel sad? Oh, he's so sad. Oh, give him love. It's okay.
Okay. Let me get the happy.
Hey, Mr. Quack, are you happy?
Are you happy, Emery?
Yeah.
Think about how hard it is for us adults to express ourselves and talk about our emotions and talk about what we're going through. Imagine being a 12-year-old child that doesn't have the words to express themselves or doesn't know how to identify what they're feeling. And My Special Aflac duck affords the children that opportunity.
We like to call our little guy Hope with Feathers, and that's what he is. He's hope for a brighter future for these children. He is hope that they cope better going through, again, these very, very difficult treatments.
I'm going to get my Aflac duck.
Okay, cool.
I reckon Dad has a pot with me. See this little fuzzy pot?
Yeah.
That's the size.
Well, one, we just think it's so fun and so cute. Don't you think so? Yeah? We love that it includes all of the emotion, the little emoji discs that come with it. Because when you are in treatment for cancer, you feel all of these things, right?
Emery, what are you doing?
I'm taking his medicine.
Is this what the nurses do for you when we give you your medicine?
Yeah.
So, you having the,
Around, and you put this port on the duck. You can pretend to give him treatment.
That's pretty cool, huh? It's comforting, it's fun, it's interactive.
Being able to kind of work with the duck, because the duck has different emotions and different things that they can do with the duck, I think, to help them work through their feelings of what they're going through, I think is great.
Okay, so do you want to de-access?
The duck in particular has a port. I know with Briley I kind of talked about, well, what is the duck's emotion as it's getting its port access, and then what is the duck's emotion after its port's been accessed and it's doing something fun and recovering from that experience that was challenging.
Lately I've been feeling sad, lately I've been feeling happy, mad, or just disgusted, and I just put the circle thing to the duck, and it just makes me laugh how it says it, because it says, meow. It's just funny.
Chris, Lord Jesus. I had to ask her 100 times, like, what was your name, Chris?
I don't know, it just came to me.
It's like, you know what I mean? Like I'm like, oh, the dog, you know. Sometimes I feel like maybe it's meant more to me than it has to her.
Be a good friend, huh?
Sprotel, we are a patient-centered research and development company, so we make products that empower patients throughout their health journey to make it less stressful and have joy.
So Sproutel is a way of giving joy, of giving comfort, of helping these children who are going through these really, really difficult times. And so in those first 3 months, we spoke with over 50 families. We spoke with oncologists, we spoke with child life specialists, we spoke with palliative care doctors, with music therapists, with social workers, with every medical professional who's around the care team of the child.
What is the best way that Sproutel can do to help as many kids as possible? And then looking into all the stories and the anecdotes that we have gathered, we found that there's a huge need for communicating emotions.
And I'm thinking of one wonderful young girl who I met at Children's National. And I remember her unboxing the duck and looking at it and saying, he has a port just like me. Yeah, he does. Was this designed for children with cancer? Yeah, it's just like you. We made it just for kids like you. And having that moment of a child feeling special, feeling like they get something that makes them unique, and then seeing them tap a feeling card to the chest of that duck and their face light up, that's the most powerful experience. For me, that's what resonates so deeply. That's what connects with all of the reasons why I'm passionate about this type of work and why our whole team is passionate about this type of work.
You know, the tube and everything else, it just helps her understand that it's gonna make her better. Giving her medicine through the tubes is just gonna help her get better. And nothing that we're doing is to hurt her, it's to help her, to make her better. Because she's a strong little girl.
I love you.
I love you, man.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Hi, Dorsey.
Yeah, you know what we got.
You want it because she won't do right?
Jody loved Dorsey. She fell in love with it the first time she saw her. Wait a minute, Dorsey.
She eating the whole bag?
You know it. Our parents died early. Our daddy died when I was 17. Marletha was maybe 6 or 7, and Jody was 1. So then our mama died 10 years later. So at 29, I became a parent.
Mama was sick and Jody was sick. Jody's my little sister. I remember when I first realized that something was probably really wrong. My mama had just had a stroke like 2 days before. So I was on the 3rd floor of the hospital, sitting with my mama, and Vita took Jody to the emergency room on the basement floor level. And they called back crying and saying that Jody had to go to Eccleston. Even though it sounded really bad, we were hopeful. We were under the mindset that if we can remove this tumor, then they'll take it out and Jody won't have to do chemo. It'll all work out. And it didn't. And I was so angry and so mad. And when Jody passed, all that anger just got worse. And I remember Vita grabbing me and not letting go, like I'm fighting her, trying to get her to let me go, stop trying to hug me. But she made me hug her, and if she hadn't, I don't know that we would be as close as we are.
It's okay not to look at the internet. It's okay not to know the name of medications. It's not important. That time that you spend with that child is.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, Miss Riley, we're back. She said she was ready.
She said she was ready? She's still sleeping?
Well, sort of.
Yeah. Shortly after she rings the bell, she'll start what's called Survivor Clinic, and that's when they start looking at the effects of chemo. That's another scary part of the journey, because you get to find out what happened because of the medicines, because the medicines are so hard, and you get to find out not the benefits of it, because you already got the benefits. It killed the cancer, but it's all the negative stuff, like what happened to her brain and what happened to her internal organs, and what if she'll ever have to have a baby, get to have a baby, or all of those things that those hard medicines can do.
The diagnosis of cancer and treatment for cancer is traumatic. 80% of people who have childhood cancer who are cured end up having at least one significant side effect from the treatment or the disease. Endocrine disorders, stunted growth, cardiovascular problems. Post-traumatic stress syndrome is an issue for 30 and 40-year-olds who were cured of their cancer when they were 4 and 5 years of age.
I mean, the biggest hope is that we find a cure and we can fix this in a simple way. That's not going to happen anytime soon. So I think the other hope is, can we learn enough about the various cancers that we treat that we can develop treatment plans that won't be as toxic to the patient.
The truth of the matter is, once you're a pediatric cancer family, you're in it. So we are very near to end of treatment. Benjamin will swallow his last chemotherapy pills next week. And we will try and resume our lives. But it will be different. Survival mode is an interesting thing, It's
not like in Minecraft where you have lives and you're in survival mode. You can't just change it right to creative mode.
So I don't think of life in Minecraft, but it is very good that you do. So,
Actually, the month that we received my clean bill of health and deemed cancer-free is the month that we found out that my father had cancer. It's hard to process. My dad was the nucleus of our family. So it definitely hit hard. I omitted a part of that conversation quite purposefully because he prayed that he would take the cancer away from me and give it to him. So I'm also very strong in what I share with people is that you have to be careful what you pray for. That's why it's so important to have a strong faith. And that's why it's really important for me to stay positive. Wow, I haven't ever really talked about this.
You ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to go home. What is wrong? What is wrong? I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to go home. Ready to go home.
Oh, look at that. Can I tell them the story of what happened when we were going to kindergarten orientation the other day? So we were kind of late and we had to park far away. And I was kind of pulling Ailey along on the sidewalk and she tripped and fell and skinned both of her knees. See? And because she has low platelets from the leukemia, there was like blood running down her legs. And we walked into school for the first time. And Ailey thought that was the best thing in the world, to go straight to the nurse's office.
I don't know that I'm tough. I don't know that I'm brave. I just do what I have to do as a mom to get my kid through. And I can't say that I've ever seen a child that has such drive. Like her drive, I've never quite seen that in a child her age.
We're actually seeing her smile more than we see her frown through the whole process. So
I always try to be funny. I always
You're
try
always
to
funny.
just be happy.
I'm just gonna say, just stay happy through it all. Because, you know, the sun always shines through the rain. Keep your head up, stay focused, and, you know, things will get better with time.
Live your life to the fullest. This is a prime example of you may not have tomorrow, and just hug your kid, love your kid, squeeze them, kiss them all the time.
Strong mind, stronger body. That if your head is positive and in the right place, your body can go through anything, even chemo. I want everyone to feel the same way that I do. Happy, I want them to feel and that they can also change the world.
Yes, so we're here at 1234 Broadway. It is Pop Uptown Columbus. We are passionate about our community and we're passionate about inspiring other local business owners to take a chance and try something that they never thought was possible.
How's it going?
It's going great.
I'm a cancer thriver. I've survived cancer, yes. I'm thriving because of that experience. You know, it's a blessing because out of that pain came beauty and out of that pain came my purpose. Man, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
It's okay to feel crazy. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to start crying and you don't even know why you're crying today. It's okay to laugh if something is not supposed to be funny. There is no right way. And if somebody's telling you that you're doing something wrong, you just tell them to shut up.
I think what I came up with, my settling point with it all was, to have lost a lot, you had to have had a lot. Don't dwell in it. Don't dwell in all that you're losing, because when you're dwelling in what you're losing, you'll really let everything that you're gaining pass you right on by.
I think there are really hard things that happen in life, and it's our choice how we handle those. And I hope that in this that we have chosen to be able to show people that, like, this is a parent's worst nightmare, your child to have an illness like this. But our family has also experienced incredible blessing because of it.
Those special moments that go along with this, nobody can ever take them away from you.
No.
That's something that you'll hold on to forever. And she's such a special little girl that this doesn't define who Emery Lane Buchanan is. I mean, that's what she told me the other day, that she told me, don't be upset, Dad. I'm gonna be okay because I'm the strongest girl. That's what she told me. And she's 3 years old.
Whew.
Ethan, you have taught me what it means to be brave. You have taught me what it means to be strong. And you have taught me that in life, if you find the joy, you will never be unhappy and you will reach all of your wildest dreams. And because of your bravery and your strength, I am stronger. I am happier. And I'm so proud of you. You have done amazing things. You are going to do amazing things. You are going to make a difference in someone else's life. You've made a difference in my life, and I can't wait to follow this journey with you and see just how much of a difference you make.
I think that's good.
Phew. Whew.
Diving down in the deep dark waters of your lover's soul. How will you know what you found? The water is wide and the sand is is soft and the darker place is cold. Too deep to turn it around. 'Cause on the outside I can see you in your own light, and all you've done as the world keeps spinning. When you were lost, did you just keep swimming?